3 pound greater.
Shit.
Welcome to the Pour Up Podcast.
I am Mike Lake, a.k.a. Hillsboro Slim.
Yo, I'm knocking on the door. I am CP34.
Steve Cash Money Bags, a.k.a. the Fitness Daddy. You are now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Before they say anything, I got new glasses, and they weren't going to not compliment me on them. So I'm going to compliment myself because you got to love yourself because nobody can fuck me like me. So there you go.
How y'all week was, Mike? How your week was, Mike?
Just going to gloss right
I
over.
thought we were going to let that breathe. My week was great. I got new glasses.
How your week
Oh,
was?
wow.
Oh, you got new glasses?
Yeah, thank you.
Where?
Yeah, they
Fuck
nice.
y'all.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, I know you check them out later on, all right?
Because I'm
I
light
didn't know you had new glasses.
Literally because I'm light skinned. If I was dark skinned, I wouldn't get this kind of smoke.
Where do you classify on that scale?
As light skinned?
I'm a dark nigga.
If you had to choose one?
I'm a dark nigga.
Okay. Are you quoting Drake?
You're asking
I'm quoting
what is
myself.
what is he what shade does he identify as?
Yeah. In the colorism war, when it start, where does Steve
I'm a dark
sit?
nigga.
Steve on the side of whoever winning. Y'all see me? Look at my underarm, like on the underside.
No, I consider really though. I consider myself darker skinned.
I think you consider red. They call you red. You're definitely a red bone.
I
I think they just call him red because he got feminine
He's
tendencies.
also a red bone thought. Check out the last episode before last. So, never mind.
Wait, are you plugging your shot?
I'm plugging my shot that's on our show, so I am also plugging our show. So yes, and Steve is a red bone thought, so he is also being plugged in this.
This feels weird.
Scenario.
I don't know where to go from here.
all the falsities.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go from here.
How's
You
everybody-
ever
how's
since
it
you
going?
got new things on your face, you act different.
Okay.
What's new on his face?
My glasses?
No,
I ain't
I was talking
noticed.
about his freckles.
Oh, you got some new freckles, Claude?
So now you're gonna like start. You like it's the you checking every aspect of the melanin that I have, right? Because I can get freckles.
There's something different about you.
Now,
Is it the hat? What's going on over here?
anyhow, how was everybody's week? How's your weekend, Steve?
No, your glasses though.
How's your week? Thank you.
I like 'em.
I inspired by Malcolm X. I feel like.
I like them. You ain't got no shotgun. You wasn't sitting at the window.
No, I wasn't. They are proud of though.
Steve would have did it.
I would have did it.
Yeah.
I'd be doing it anyway.
It wasn't a shotgun though. He had an AK-47.
You're right. It was an AK. Thank you for correcting me.
I knew what he meant.
Got to be historically
Yeah.
active.
But I got a
how's
shotty
your-
though.
It's Thursday. How was your week?
Slow moving. It's
Yeah.
good. Can't complain, Still alive, so that's always a good thing.
Always still breathing.
You sound a little stuffy.
Every time you wake up. Man, when I was driving here,
You
that's
need a
how,
mask.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, that's one thing I was actually going to talk about. And it's weird, ironically, because I'm not the type to actually have allergies. But there is regular, people still do get regular sick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it
now
is
you
pollen season because people was complaining about the high
hell yeah.
pollen. Like a lot of people, like my cousin was just hitting out so long ago or whatnot, and mad stuffy, like just stuffy as hell.
You know, and they're like getting the kids in on that too, because I was in the living room and I sneezed, and I sneezed like this, and Olivia's like, "You're supposed to do this, Daddy."
You're not supposed to.
And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, that's
all
good.
right.
That she at least know.
I'm like, mind your business.
Yeah, don't touch me.
We've been dapping you up, bro. What the fuck?
Anyhow,
It literally just started, like just.
No, not you. Him.
Oh.
Sneezing in his hand.
no. I'm just saying. No, never mind. Anyhow,
Nah, go ahead, talk to. Go ahead, Claude, finish.
I'm just saying. my child now is aware.
She
is
yelled
aware.
at you for sneezing in your hand and shaking niggas' hands.
Yeah, well, I wasn't shaking nobody's hand. I sneezed into my hand, and I got
And then
some
shook- and then
hand
shook all of us
sanitizer.
up.
She said I'm supposed to do it like this. I'm supposed to dap.
She's
first.
absolutely correct.
Absolutely. I know. I'm just saying the kids are aware of everything that's going on
When the
now.
student becomes a teacher. And I thought, new glasses and you still can't see clearly.
Wow.
And the teacher not done.
Oh, she's gonna teach me more. I got years to be getting.
She'll put you through a lot of emotional stress.
Yeah.
When you start dating.
We're gonna be talking about that on one of our boy Griot's episodes too. About
Degrees,
parenting and stuff like
degrees
that
shall
too.
come
So
in. I know
y'all
you.
be
I
on
know
the
you
lookout for
fear
that.
them.
I'm not gonna get them. I have a couple on the top of my head, but I'm not gonna get them like it.
You're gonna be
You. I don't-
stressed.
You have grays too, don't you?
I
Go
want
ahead.
them, but I don't have any.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
I want some though.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't mind getting a little on top of the head. If you get grays in your beard, though, I
Then
feel
you're
like
gonna start to mind?
looking. Anyhow, so Mike, did you
I
have
would have
anything you want to say on that?
grays in the top of my head if I had hair up that bitch, but
I seriously don't mind grays. I
me
wouldn't
neither.
mind
I
them.
love my shit.
So here's the thing. I'm not gonna gray. I'm gonna white. It's gonna literally go jet white. All the men that kept their hair in my family, the hair went legit white.
This way you're gonna find out that you
What?
adopted.
It's the same thing.
Silver and gray and white. I think they're different.
Essentially, if you look at the actual hair, it's translucent. It's like
Okay.
a gray white.
So your hair is translucent.
Yeah,
Okay, it's about the only thing translucent on you, motherfucker.
as see through as that joke.
Yeah, well, I got it all.
Hey, let's get to the shit. So we got shit to talk
And
about.
I don't have Steve writing my jokes like you do.
Steve writes my jokes.
Yes.
Steve never wrote a thing for me.
I never
We'll
pinned
see.
for him.
Steve never wrote
never pinned for
do
the
you
man.
like my friend letter. He never wrote bars for me. He never wrote nothing for me.
Wow.
I ain't even write him when he was behind bars.
Never wrote me.
Did you write him little lunch notes when you made his lunch for school every morning?
No, I never left notes in his bag. I just gave him some nice inspiration on the way out the door. You know,
What'd you say?
so I told him many things. I don't know. One time I told
Wait,
him,
we still talking about the letter you wrote me?
No, later I'll give you advice after I used to
Somebody's
watch
gonna
your
hit you
face
in the gut,
and
make sure
get
you
you
tuck
ready.
and roll.
Oh, we still playing that shit.
Why do you always go back to the gut when
I'm
you get
saying
hit?
somebody gonna hit you in the gut, tuck and roll.
So that's your strategy.
know,
You was
don't
bullied a
wince,
lot. You
just
was,
take it.
the diaries of
That's the strategy you was getting?
diaries of a bully nigga.
When you get hit in the gut, you're supposed to tighten up so you don't lose your breath and you keep
That's
fighting.
what I said.
They used to hold you down and smack your belly till it turned pink.
All right, enough about me.
But you keep playing his dad shit. I'm calling my dad.
Oh no, don't do that.
With a my phone ring.
Honestly, that'd be an epic,
hilarious if the
epic
phone
fucking
rang.
prank.
Oh man, that'd
It'd
be
be
awesome.
an epic fucking
That'd be
prank.
amazing.
I would take that out.
All right, Steve. Enough of the bullshit. What you gonna put us on with today, this week?
Yeah, what am I putting y'all on? No, not that. All right, there's this new app.
Wait,
right?
what'd you say, Shaq?
I said, did you forget?
Oh,
There's this new app, and I was very intrigued by it. It's called My Heritage app. Y'all heard of it?
Yeah, I heard my hair out. Yeah.
I haven't talked to me about it.
It's pretty much an app that will bring pictures to life. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of weird to me. Like I didn't know how I felt about it at first. At first, it reminded me of the 19 Crimes bottle. Y'all know
Yeah.
Oh,
With Snoop Dogg and all the other people.
Right, it's
yeah.
similar
I've
to
seen
that,
videos from it. I didn't know that's where it was from.
Well, I don't know if that the Heritage app. That's just what it
Frederick
reminds me
Douglass.
of.
Oh, it's reminding you. No, not the wine bottle. I seen a video of Frederick Douglass basically just looking back and forth.
Pretty much that
Yeah.
type of thing. But it was kind of creepy because then people started doing things of their past relatives. And some people are bringing them to tears because like might be their
Great.
grandfather or their grandmother, like you know what I'm saying, things like that. And I was like, on one hand, I was like, yeah, that's a cool app and it could like give you some memories, like maybe bring some old things back. I seen one lady like she even kind of smiled, like just a still picture. Like I'm not even sure how they create it. I don't know if everyone does something.
Was that
different.
almost like ghoulishly, like ghost light, like they were ghost type things?
I mean, it's literally
creepy?
like if I take a photo of you right now and I put it over you, it's just like you just doing whatever you're doing now. But it's only gets
augmented
creepy.
reality?
It only gets creepy, yeah, Mike. It only gets more so creepy, if you will, is if maybe that person passed. But also that could bring back some type of
Haunting
maybe
memories.
like, or maybe just a warm, happy feeling. Like God, I don't know. Like, so I'm sure someone has lost children out there. What if? Like, when do you use it? When
Oh,
you
wait,
use
so
it?
it's actually literally real life people, not like just historical figures.
No, real life
So,
people.
so you could do one technically of me, and if I passed, that
Like I just said about 33 seconds ago when I
yeah,
said
sorry.
if we did of you, yeah.
I was listening.
But yeah, like literally, like
Damn,
any
Clark.
person. So it was like cool at the same time. I was having mixed feelings on it. I was like,
Did you have anybody on there that you were looking into, or
No,
just
I happened to just come across it.
A couple random ones. Yeah,
just happened to come across it.
that's crazy. What led you there?
Nothing. It's internet.
What kind of porn were you actually looking for?
It always goes
to
to
find the
porn.
My Heritage app. First of all,
I was looking for
don't
Harriet
try to-
Tubman type porn.
Thank you. I figured
I
that's
was
what you were
looking- I
doing.
was looking up-
You were
I was-
looking for Harriet Tubman porn, and it said My Heritage. You're like, oh shit, let me click
So
on
I'm
that.
guessing
shit.
this is a still from it.
I gotta see it. Show
Okay.
the cameras though. What's this?
And then
Yeah,
what? Like
something
Frederick
like that.
Douglass would just start talking to me about My
Not
Heritage.
talking. No, they're not talking. It's just like
I
they
just Googled it and
move.
went to
They
images.
just simply just kind of maybe do like a 5-second
Yeah.
like movement.
The video I seen, I didn't
Link
I
and
didn't read
everything?
it. The tweets I seen retweeted. It was wild. Like this guy, this was Frederick. Yeah, he was just literally just did this. It's like look left, look right.
Y'all ever been?
kinda-
You've been in the Haunted Mansion in Disney, right? Where like they have like the paintings
I've
on the
been in
wall,
a
and then
Haunted
they
Mansion,
they move. Is it basically kind of like that? Like
Yeah.
Not with the intention of freaking you out, though. I'm assuming it's just the purpose.
But
of
like
it
Steve
is-
said, it could be a
It
positive.
depends on
feeling,
how
too.
you feel. Like, like depending on whatever you're going to get from it as
First
the
of all,
individual.
seeing Frederick Douglass animated was dope. When I saw it, that's what attracted my attention. I was like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
And I didn't even read too far into the tweet because it didn't say nothing about my
Is
heritage.
it a free app you pay for, or is it just?
I
something you
didn't even look into the app. I didn't download anything. I just know the app name. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a second.
Would you do something like that? Like
I would do it right now
relative?
just for play, but I don't know if I don't know if I could do it over a loved one. And if I did,
Yeah.
maybe it would have to be a loved one that I already mourned, and I'm kind of over that. So,
I would imagine
Or
like
someone so far back, there's no emotional attachment.
well, but
or I just was over it type thing.
I think about it like in the sense of like an ancestor or like because we say ancestors now and it's hard to that's cool and it's hard to even think about it because our ancestors back in the day they didn't have this technology, but our future ancestors our children's children descendants, excuse me, that's the right word, will be able to probably use something like that and have animated pictures of us. They'll
Well-
actually be able to go on our Facebook and see us
Well,
actually
they
chilling.
won't need this when our children
what I'm
grow up
saying,
because we
yeah.
actually have videos
There's
of
tons
us
of
now.
video of
You don't
us.
need like the
I
fake
see.
video of the movement.
Hell,
but
they may have
I
something
see.
better where they can actually talk to us.
How crazy
like
would it
Kal-El.
be? Well, how crazy would it be if they kind of matched the time frame the person was in and maybe interacted? Like, so let's say you took a picture of your great grandfather and he was a slave, then he starts yelling because he's getting his ass whooped by the master.
That's crazy. I thought you was going somewhere wholesome.
It could have been. It literally could have been. When they put me on the boat, I grabbed your grandmother, and we decided to.
this
And
voice?
why was that?
What's this
was that
Mighty voice?
was that ass
Do you want me to
voluptuous?
be like insensitive and have like an African accent? I can't really do that.
No, don't do that. Not you. You need to be
Yeah, matter
darker.
of fact, so
As bad as Eddie
eventually,
Murphy's in Coming to America. We'll
eventually
talk
when I
about
go
that
hundreds and hundreds of years ago, definitely put me on the app so I can, you know what I'm saying, smash something one more time. Make sure I get to tell my story when I smash the bad Lil Jon, and make sure that be my that's my video playback. Yeah, I would like that a lot.
I'm not against it. I got you. If I'm
Yeah.
still here and vice versa.
later. Okay. Well,
Thank you for that put on.
Thank
Steve.
you
My
for that.
heritage
Yeah,
app.
yeah,
Y'all check
yeah,
it out.
yeah,
I want to see
definitely
some
do
of y'all ancestors. What if somebody got? Never mind. I ain't-
no, I.
What if they got like a thick ancestor? Like
Oh,
she's
you're
looking
not supposed
good.
to do that.
What if?
Great grandma was thick.
No-
See, this,
no
see,
disrespect.
and that's what's gonna happen in this generation. If hundreds of years from now, when
yeah.
they do it this generation, you're gonna see your great grandmother, which is us, our current sisters today. They're gonna start
Clapping
clapping their
cheeks.
ass right away. Just start clapping their ass.
Granny, no.
All you're gonna hear is a round of fucking applause.
Somebody else like, hey, play that video, Granny again.
Oh wow. Oh my
Wait,
god.
if on this current app, if somebody Granny was clapping cheeks, you wouldn't look at it?
I'm just saying, what if that is the app? What if that's the evolution of the app? Is to literally you know, basically.
You know what this remind me of, and not to promote some shit that I ain't getting paid for, but Black Mirror on Netflix.
Oh, you should love promoting that damn shit. You want me to watch that so bad. You keep telling me about it.
See, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to the people, but
Okay.
because I've relegated myself to understand you're not gonna watch anything but reruns of a '90s black
true.
comedy, and that's a later
That's
topic
a later topic.
comedy.
That's a good way to allude to that. I like
Don't you
that.
consider Heat of the Night an early black comedy?
Oh, it's not a comedy.
shit.
We can have that discussion. That'll be a different episode, though. I can
But
talk a whole hour for about
There
it.
is an episode of Black Mirror where basically this lady's husband dies, and this company was promoting this thing where they could download all his emails and texts and everything, and from it they can postulate his personality and things he would say, and he would react to her in real time.
Shit,
they
my shit
put it
leaked.
into a robot, and then they gave it to her, and the shit was dope at first, and it got wild creepy as time went by.
Shit.
I eat Black Mirror.
All right.
But the shit was dope. It was like imagine being able to talk to your relative, and it's not like a canned response. It's like
Right.
like a real based on how he would normally respond. She was crying and shit. She was all, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's like he's here." But as that shit kept going, he started learning.
He started developing. Yeah, I
Black Mirror is like what's the one with the door? Twilight Zone. It's like a technology based Twilight Zone. So shit got infinitely creepy until the end. Which
See, I don't even have to watch it. I can just listen to you talk about it over and over again. It'll be like a rerun.
There's 40 episodes, and I could put you on, but you ain't gonna listen that long.
I'm not. All right, y'all, let's get into the mix. Thank you, Steve, for that fantastic put on. I will definitely check out myheritage.com because I don't mind seeing some historical figures moving around and doing some crazy shit. But let's get into the mix, guys. So one of the things that Mike and I were talking about this week is that big things happening this Friday. 30 years in the making. It's big to those of us who like,
yes.
who like
Damn,
the
how did I
cinema
forget?
and comedy and things of that nature. But Coming to America 2 is coming out. After 30 years of the first episode, they are finally.
You know what's coming out on?
It is
Amazon.
coming out on Amazon Prime. And if you don't have Amazon Prime, get your hookup, get your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your besties, your parents, your whatever. Watch it because I think it's gonna be definitely the event of the week.
So the question on the table. Let's start
Next
with
to WandaVision season finale.
with a
That's
very
really good like that for real.
It is.
if you into Marvel shit.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
The only.
is.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, where you was going with that?
No,
Only
you
vision
good.
you see. Oh, you was gonna diss his glasses?
No, we're talking about.
I want to see where you go with that.
Wow.
Coming to America 2. The question on the table is this: it drops tomorrow. By the time y'all hear this, it should be out. Will it be funny? It's a 30-year later sequel, and those haven't been.
So let me
working
give you
out.
all the premise of it. I haven't seen it, so I'm not giving anything away. This is only based on the trailer.
I honestly don't even know.
Basically,
Yes, I do.
basically, it's 30 years later. The King of Zamunda, Jaffe Jafar. I actually looked it up. Y'all said it wrong. Y'all thinking about Jaffe Joe from the. Help me out here.
I thought you remember.
Kendrick?
I was gonna say I put you on. No, fucking Cam.
Cam.
Remember Cam in the mixtape?
Oh, that's right.
King.
Jaffe Joe.
That's where I got it from.
Yeah, that's where we both was replying.
So apparently he's on his deathbed, and Hakeem doesn't have. He has a weak back because he has no male heirs. All of the girls that fine ass light skinned chick that he ended up marrying in the first movie gave him were girls.
he finally admitted it. Steve.
No, I don't have whatever.
She didn't give him girls. He gave himself girls. It's on the
That's what I said. He had a
Gave
weak back.
himself girls, whatever. But then it actually turns out that he actually does have a male heir back in Queens, somebody that he hooked up with before he got with what was her name? Was it
Lisa.
Rachel? Lisa. Thank you.
Off
Good job.
camera.
Thank you. Good job.
Off camera hookup.
Off camera hookup. Because I mean, at the end of the day,
I've got the date with Lisa.
but it's funny though because they never
just watched
obviously
it.
showed that. But that's not an awful premise. That's believable. You know,
Yeah.
like he has a illegitimate child, and it's got.
He was searching. He was looking for.
It's unbelievable because he's a black guy in Queens, New York.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So it's only right that you lead your father, you lead your kid. If you don't lead your kid growing up as a black man in New York, specifically Queens, and I honestly don't know if I can really trust your decision making.
So
How else is he supposed to become a good rapper?
That's it.
Y'all stupid. So the cast, real quick, I'm gonna run down real quick. Eddie Murphy, Sherry Hadley, that's Lisa. James L. Jones is in it. Arsenio Hall, of course. Wesley Snipes, Leslie Jones, John Amos, Kiki Lane. Louis Anderson is reprising his role. Jermaine Fowler, Paul Bates reprising his role. Garcelle Bouvier is reprising her role.
Fancy.
Tiana Taylor, Michael Blackston. I got my new glasses fucking
Why
with
you
me.
look
right
at me?
now. Vanessa Bell Calloway is
I
reprising
saw
her role.
that.
Tracy Morgan's in it. Shani Roberts. Lunell, the comedian Lunell is in it. And Rick Ross, of course.
I was
who
like, how long
filmed
is it
in
gonna take to
his
get to
house.
Ricky?
It's a lot. I'll
Rose.
stop with him. But yeah, that's the
They
cat.
filmed the shit in his house.
They did film the Zamunda episodes in his house. Or
Rose.
scenes in his house. So
I'm trying to get my beard on Rose.
so that's the background on the movie. But it comes out, and I'm excited for it, but I'm also a little
Will
bit hesitant.
it be funny?
Will it be funny?
Will it be funny?
That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to probably throw it on the screen. Will this be funny?
You've been talking
Will
a
it be
lot.
funny?
Will it be funny?
Is it actually by the time we put it out, it's
still
gonna
talking.
we'll make the question, is it funny? Is it funny? Because by the time we drop this, it'll probably be already out.
See what you're doing there.
So is
Production
it
notes.
funny, ladies and gentlemen? What y'all think?
Yes. I
Think
think
it's
it's
funny?
I think it's still gonna be funny. We still
Yeah.
got the comedic genius brain behind it, which is
And they wrote it. Eddie and Arsenio wrote it.
You still got it's too many respectable brains behind this, and they already did it. Like it's not like this is not their first, second, or third. So it's like it's going to be funny in my opinion.
Let me play white devil's advocate real quick.
Why would you say that?
Because it's funny.
I can say that. You can't say that.
Let's be real though. Would you not say that black comedy back then, when that first came out, was hella different than it is now?
The argument can be made that black comedy wasn't quite black comedy until this came out.
Okay, yep. So you're making my point there. So Eddie has made oh my god, so many movies literally that have been fire ass as far as comedy in general. Just take out the black comedy in general.
Yeah.
But let's go backwards from now till the things that have happened in the middle. We got Pluto Dash. We got 1,000 Words. We got.
Oh, you naming all his lame movies?
Those are all his lame. Those are basically all his movies that he has made have been lame, but with the exception of Dolomite Is My Name, and he did do Dreamgirls, which Dreamgirls wasn't that great, but he was great in Dreamgirls. So what you take black comedy out for a second and just let's talk about Eddie.
Okay.
A lot of things he's kind of been missing the bar on as far as comedy.
Well, Claude is basically saying this could be a miss because he has
Could be
some
a miss.
misses, and it is a sequel.
He used to
Sequels
have
don't
no
do-
misses, and he has a lot of misses.
Sequels don't usually do well.
Yeah.
But we're just posing devil's advocate questions. I'll begin by answering. The premise is already there. The world is already established, and I know that this argument goes for most sequels, and it should be the case. like Steve said, it's just too many like legitimately funny people and great actors. I don't know who produced this or wrote it. Is it Eddie?
Probably
Because
Eddie.
the first one wasn't Eddie.
Yeah, no,
he was in it, but
If we're just going to name the movies he arguably might have missed on, which I kind of disagree. I like 1,000 Words. I like a lot of things that Eddie do. It may not, but everything is just different. You're not going to have this top tier comedy in everything.
But don't you think it really should be top tier comedy in this though? This has been 30 years in the making.
I didn't.
Well,
want,
it wasn't 30 years in the making.
I didn't want to rehash the
Yeah,
whole.
actually, they were supposed to-
They was recording for the past 30 years.
No, they
No,
were
no.
supposed to
A
drop
30-year gap
a
is what he's
sequel
saying.
pretty quickly after the first. They were supposed to make it. Actually, they actually ended up doing a television pilot.
If they dropped the sequel right after, there's no way it could have been like this one, because the father's on the deathbed.
Yep, absolutely.
And you're not looking for a new print or for to take
prints,
over right now.
right.
It's because it's too close. It
You're
would have
solid.
to be.
You're
This would be
100% right.
way different type of movie.
It could have at least been like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 later, almost like Beverly Hills Cop 3, which actually wasn't good, but Beverly Hills Cop 2 was actually a couple years after.
But
the
also,
first
you
one.
might even hurt something though if you put something out too quick, because it was still breathing.
Yeah, it was
Like,
still
this is
growing. It was still growing.
This is still breathing today, even without part 2 that's coming to America. Is still breathing. This is still a dope film.
Me and Claude just watched it. What, 2 weeks ago?
Okay, so I'm gonna get this is gonna change it
Well,
for me.
Valentine's Day,
Kanye
2 weeks
Barris,
ago was-
Kanye Barris wrote.
That was Valentine's Day that we watched it.
Oh yeah, y'all
That was
some
the
wild
part of the
visuals.
date.
Yeah,
So Eddie,
Claude, you remember, right?
yeah, shut up. So Eddie produced it, but Kanye Barris is literally listed as the top billing for the
You like that
screenplay.
man put his meat through your beard?
Kenya Barris, if y'all don't know, is
I mean, don't fit through that beard.
Kenya Barris, if y'all don't know, is the actual writer creator of Blackish.
Of the issues.
Of the issues.
And the black as fuck.
So does that changes it for me? That changed it for me when I saw that.
It also changes. It sounds like it changes the movie too.
Yeah.
Because first I want to say to Steve, I don't want to rehash, and I'm not saying it to Steve. I'm just saying it to the conversation. I don't want to rehash just because something's good to you means it's not funny in the general landscape. But I think objectively, most people would say the movies Claude named weren't Eddie's best. They weren't Beverly Hills Cop. They weren't this and all the
Trading
great
Places,
Nutty They weren't those
Golden
movies.
Child,
And I don't
Nutty
want to make a ranking and get into a debate about that, but
That's a different show. ladies and gentlemen.
there's movies that I love that isn't necessarily funny, just like there are artists that I love that aren't necessarily the dopest. Everybody has their own, but if we're gonna have a convo like this, it has to kind of be in a generality space, because what I like, oh, I love this movie, but everybody else is like, nah.
Right.
Anyway, moving on from that.
Well, no, before we go, Grill did want to say something. And
I forgot he moved behind me, and I forgot.
I just want to kind of take the time to evaluate how Eddie's performance is when he has an all-star cast, like in
Okay.
Life, like
Okay.
in Harlem Nights, and all these great movies. When
Okay.
he has a solid cast like he's about to have now, he cannot fail, because his personality brings out so much out of other people. Dolomite was my name, or Dolomite is my name.
Is
Yep.
a
A
good
great
example.
movie.
Right.
So with the cast he has right now, I don't see this movie going wrong.
Okay.
So let's go back to the greader question that Mike asked earlier. You asked, actually, I don't think
Grill.
you didn't ask. You didn't. Thank you, Grill.
Good
You
point.
didn't ask the podcast. You actually asked me earlier about it. But the state of black film, black comedy in general. Is it popping? Is it only funny to black people? Is it universal? Well, what are you thinking? Because black people and white people went and saw. Not only did they go see Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Raw. When Raw came out, he actually released that in theaters too. Raw was insane. So do you think we are popping on the movie screen for comedy? Don't drama. We already know we got it. Drama, unequivocally, black people are killing drama. That we're killing action 100%. Let's specifically stick to comedy.
Absolutely crossover to white people. Eddie Murphy is one of those people that has crossed over, and if will or not whitewashed, just like Kevin Hart is also a whitewashed comedian. He's funny to us. He has crossed over to being funny to them as well.
I appreciate the quotations because it explains a lot.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy has been done that before Kevin, even like
Absolutely.
from Beverly Hills Cop.
Kind of started with this movie, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll make sure I can't say yes or no, but y'all get the point.
Which was first? I thought this was first.
Beverly Hills Cop? I think Beverly Hills was definitely first.
Okay.
I believe
then
Beverly
you're
Hills was before Coming to America.
Okay. Then you're right.
So if you
Y'all-
already,
y'all
so if you're already,
comment if we're wrong.
I'm pretty sure of it.
But do you think? But let's talk about black comedy as a whole, though. So let's
Yeah, not just Eddie
not just
specific.
Eddie. Eddie obviously
Well,
is
as a whole,
contributing to
Let's
black
ask this
comedy
question.
As a whole-
What is black comedy right now in the movie space? Because I
What's
have
out
an
right
idea
now?
where black comedy is, and I think we could talk about that.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what is it in the movie space. What was the last great black
Black comedy movie.
I don't know, man. When plus,
My Name is Dolomite is a good one.
My Name is a good one. And
Yeah.
that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was a Netflix
That was a
release.
Netflix one.
Are we
That counts,
counting
though.
the Kev Hart
We're not counting.
stand-up releases? They were funny.
So are we talking about comedy cinema or are we talking about
I thought
stand-up?
you were talking about
Cinema is
movies.
different.
I didn't know you
Let's
were
talk
talking
I
about
kind of
cinema.
meant both, but let's stick to
I don't want to
non-stand-up.
include
Let's
cinema
stick to
because
non-stand-up.
I don't want to include stand-up because that's a whole different. That's we can get into a longer debate.
Let's
on that.
stick to
We'll do that in
non-stand-up.
a different show. I think this could be. I think Eddie Murphy is in a state of reviving black comedy in the cinema, as far as I'm concerned. For me,
That'd be great.
Personally,
That'd be amazing.
I think that we've been like, but now let's not just say we got all the resources and we got all the talent, we got all the money to get all the right people in place, because that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of things that are, the deck is a little bit stacked against us, but I don't think that that's 100% true when you have Tyler Perry who owns
I was just
his
about to say
studio.
that. Tyler Perry Studios
And
is a.
the last Tyler Perry
I don't
movie,
think Tyler has quite crossed over to the white folk.
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Not even with my dear.
Wait, is the state of black comedy a crossover conversation? Are we talking about what is black comedy? I
think
don't
if
know
we're
what is
comparing
black
it
comedy.
to the black comedy that Eddie Murphy was putting out back in the 1980s and the 90s. Yeah, it's a crossover conversation 100%.
Well, we can't say that it's only thriving for us.
Tyler has crossed over.
I think Tyler has crossed over.
He's mostly crossed over. I don't think a lot.
Like, girl, get on the mic. Say, wait, Kevin. But wait, hold on. Say what, Mike, about Kevin?
Kev definitely crossed over.
Yeah,
I was saying Tyler Perry.
I do not think
I believe
Tyler
he's
has.
exclusively crossed
Why do you
over.
think he's not crossed over?
Because
Real
I
quick,
can't think of what I don't think Medea has he had a Medea movie. Everything else was plays, I believe. But things that actually hit the theaters, I think only one. And I don't think.
I think personally he's kind of almost sold out to the mainstream when it comes to Medea, because Medea was a beautiful black play that brought up our history,
Religion.
our religion.
yeah,
all
to
of that.
us, I'm asking like the white people fuck with that. I don't know. I
No,
don't think so.
absolutely. I thought the movies was exclusively for them.
I feel like because- so let's think about.
I kind of thought
Let's
they were
look at
corny.
Medea's witness protection. 100%. 100% had Eugene Levy and Denise Richards in it, and it was hella for the white people. 100%.
You know what? I didn't even see that shit.
I didn't either.
Christmas.
I thought they were kind of corny.
Christmas actually had the whole.
I tell you what, just
thing-
because you make it for them don't mean it pop. What was the numbers on that shit?
Oh, that was
just
good.
could
It's
have
always
bombed.
good.
Steve
I love
has
you,
a
So that
Tyler.
means nothing.
I
So
love
that
you,
means
Tyler.
nothing.
But you need to be catering to us more again with your shit, because I feel like
I'm
we
just-
put you
Steve
on.
has
you know
an-
what I'm saying?
Steve has an excellent
just
point.
Because it was for them and they might have went to see it, but at such a low number that doesn't mean you cross.
Right.
That proves you didn't cross over.
Guru, get off what you gonna say?
Absolutely.
Grio,
real,
excuse me.
real.
Sorry.
No,
Y'all can't see it, but that's
I was
definitely
gonna
real.
say, as far as black comedy in this day and age, Kevin Hart is the one that kind of not revived it, but he made sure that it stayed relevant. Because Kevin's put a lot of people on, white and black. So not only did he cross over, but he's brought white comedians' careers back that they fell off.
What about Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon also, but his was a show.
It's,
So if
and
you're
it's
talking
improv.
about-
It's
right.
a different. It's more closer to stand up than movies.
Right. So if you're talking about the big screen,
Improv, in
Kevin
general.
Hart definitely brought it back. The Rock, he brought out the funny side of The Rock. You know, his
Is The Rock black comedy though?
yes. Absolutely.
When he
The
with
Rock
Kev,
is black.
When he with Kev,
When he's with Kev, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if The Rock is
Well,
black.
the-
we would
comedy.
have to call The Rock crossover because he is a
The Rock is
man.
black, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I can call The Rock black comedy.
Why not? We laugh at it and we love it.
It's
but
The Rock trying to.
isn't the definition of black comedy not just that we laugh at it, that it's depicting
It depicts
us?
us. Have
Yeah.
you seen his new sitcom?
I haven't. I,
haven't
didn't watch
seen it
it.
yet.
I didn't watch
Okay,
it.
so his sitcom portrays a story that we could relate to.
Okay.
So I would say yes.
Is it
And
funny?
to me, it's funny.
We'll check it out. So everybody check out The Rock, and y'all leave us comments if you watched The Rock and what y'all think about it.
The interesting thing about what Griot just said, and it kind of just sparked the idea. Griot and Steve both kind of helped me realize what it was, because when I posed this question, I didn't have an answer. But Tyler Perry is representative of what black comedy is right now.
Okay.
And obviously Kevin Hart. And who the hell we just talking about?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Oh no, it's Kevin Hart. My bad, Kevin Hart. So it's Kevin Hart and Tyler Perry, the combination, because every movie that Kev makes has his comedy infused in it. If you watch his stand up, the jokes that he joke on stage made it into I don't remember all the name of the movie, like Central Intelligence, and all the different movies that he made was kind of rehashes for a larger crowd. Which, if people don't want to hear this, if we're talking money and how to sell some shit, you got to consider the fact that there's more white people than anything else. So while you want to put on for your people, if you did only say cater to Asians, blacks, and Latinos, you still wouldn't have as many as the white people.
So I fucked up.
So crossing over has to happen.
Eddie Murphy made several movies before he did Coming to America. He made, I forgot about 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop 1, The Golden Child, Beverly Hills Cops 2.
Yeah.
Well, as far as that,
so he was
listen, I was a
I
kid.
wasn't
As
sure
far
the
as the
order.
order things drop,
Yeah.
I can never go with the order.
I fucked that up because I thought it was the other
I think
way.
that's why I asked the
So
question,
that
'cause
goes
I
to
wasn't
show
sure.
Eddie
but
been crossed over.
been
So
crossed
Eddie will always do well.
Eddie started off crossing over. He was on fucking SNL and thriving. But also with Coming to America, what I meant by black comedy, what he did, because Beverly Hills Cop was a crossover,
100%.
but
I think he was the only black, was it maybe one of the black guy in that movie?
but Coming to America was an
Chris Rock
all
was in that
black
movie.
cast. That hadn't been done before that, and as big as that, I don't think that had
it
been
was a
done.
predominantly black cast, and actually it was about African Prince.
And a positive
That wasn't
spin
trying to
on the
send
black
you
experience.
send you an email to get $4,500.
Absolutely. Did Simi send an email though?
He
He
sent
said-
a telegram.
There was,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
yeah, there was no emails back then.
He sent a telegram,
Yes.
and somebody answered that.
Your
shit.
Royal Highness Zamunda, please send us $1 million. Yes, please. All right, so
I'll never get over when old boy threw the fucking milkshake. That's why I don't like light skinned people.
yeah.
Don't throw milkshakes, full cups of milkshake at people.
And one thing I'm gonna need out of this movie before we move on, I'm gonna ask you one last question
need
before
Daryl
we move
to
on.
come back?
Daryl, I think Eric was out.
Of course,
Actually,
Claude
in the
want him
movie.
back.
No, I didn't like. He was awful. He made light skinned people look bad.
I see you got soul glow in your beard.
Anyhow,
You make light skinned people look bad.
this movie doesn't have the one. So think about the one-liners that came out of Coming to America. Let your soul glow. That the funny. When I sing, I believe the children of the future. I definitely sing
Yeah.
it like the guy from Sexual Chocolate.
That's playing quotables.
Who the fuck
Halloween.
is this asshole? Like, just saying the word Zamunda, you don't say it like Zamunda. You say Zamunda.
The royal penis is
You know?
clean. I've heard that in
You know,
songs.
right?
Yeah.
So I hope that they bring the spirit back of it, because there's so many movies from that era that have tried to revive themselves and they
That boy
have
good.
fallen. So.
There's a nerd conversation here, and I don't want to get into it on the
No,
Poro,
it's a different show.
But I'm
How's that?
curious. It'll take too long.
I know. I said, how is that a nerd combo?
No, I was about to say it. I didn't say what it
A
was. yet.
cinephile. Remember, but Steve says he doesn't.
I didn't
he
say
doesn't like
it
to be
yet.
called a
I didn't say
cinephile.
it. Not the quotes.
Yeah, y'all always claim to be pedophiles. I don't get it.
Why does a pedophile? What's
What's a
cinephile?
pedo?
You just
It's a
said-
Cinephile. No.
What I was gonna say,
don't
and
need
we don't
True
have to talk
coming
about
after
it, but I
us.
want you to remember this.
Okay.
Because it's coming out tomorrow. But
is.
I wonder, is it going to be a bunch of rehashes of one stuff?
Right.
Or are they going to be pushing new shit while referencing the old?
That's a new
Because
era. The thing
There's
that
a difference between the type of sequel you can do.
Right. Well, though, they have kind of 30 years on their side, too. They have 30 years of material that they could literally cover.
Unless they just rehash the whole thing. We've seen
I really
total
hope that doesn't
100%
happen.
rehashes.
That, so.
Show me where Eddie did it, though.
I didn't say it. Well,
You're right.
You're absolutely right, but
Right.
that doesn't preclude anybody from not.
He managed to
doing
make 3
I'm
Beverly
pretty
Hills
sure
Cop
this one.
movies.
I'm sure we all seen trailers, right? Did any of the trailers look like they just rehashed everything?
I watched the trailer and I was like, damn, that's
Yes,
an
everything's
interesting
new.
storyline. That's
Everything's
interesting.
new.
I'm not saying this to be a contrarian, but we've seen trailers not be the movie.
Right.
We've seen things pitched as one thing and sold as another thing. I'm not saying that that's going to
You
happen
think
here.
that's how Eddie got caught up with that trending? It was pitched one way, but it was actually another.
Oh,
Some people might say it was pitched straight down the middle,
wow.
and he took it.
On that note,
Hey, while we still in movies, before you just
Go
move all the way
ahead,
on,
go ahead.
Please tell me, hey,
He took it.
did y'all see excuse me, Biggie had just dropped a new Biggie
I
had
saw
dropped-
that.
It's called I Got a Story to Tell.
Okay.
I didn't see it yet. Was it good?
Dog, isn't all right. First of all, I am kind of over the whole Biggie and Pac's docs, because how much more can we learn? Like, we get the outcome.
I seen mad tweets saying that literal.
Right.
We need another Biggie doc.
But yes, we needed this one. For what made this one different is that his mother was heavily involved. We seen footage of him, like just
Personal shit.
footage that was just being taken from like VH, from, you know what I'm saying. We got stories from outside people. The shit was a really good doc. But also, I really fuck with Biggie. You got a big
Yeah,
ass,
you gotta be a big guy.
big ass,
I'm a huge
big
Biggie guy.
poster in my damn living room.
gotta
That's
throw
the
your-
first
gotta throw
thing
your
see
Timbs
when
on when you
walk
watch
in
this,
and
huh?
see Big.
Yeah.
The shit was dope, but if no one's seen it, then that's that.
No,
But
well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's watch it over the weekend. If
I'm
we can get it
100%
in,
watching
and
it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Tomorrow.
And y'all,
I only didn't watch it because I just, it's another doc. I've
and if
seen
y'all-
all the other ones.
And if y'all have seen it, definitely comment on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever we post this about. Just definitely comment on it. I'm gonna definitely watch this.
Steve with another put on.
And the double put on. I like it.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to double up.
So, what do you want to get into right now, Mike? So we're talking about the 6ix9ine thing. Or want to get into the other thing we talked about?
Let's go 6ix9ine, but I didn't say this in a pre-show. Not that we do a pre-show like a traditional one. I want Steve to kind of carry this to start. The 6ix9ine incident online. I saw him laying on the ground. He had a rest in peace shirt on, whatever the fuck. Who was he talking about?
You don't know who? You don't know who that
I
was?
want you to talk to the people.
Talk to me.
I
don't
am
know the
talking to you.
people.
Talk to me. Tell me.
We do a show and we talk to the people. So tell them. Continue putting us
You
on.
two niggas different. Anyway,
Who was he disrespecting
Not
and what
on
the fuck
you.
was he
I'm not
doing?
working for the
I already
FBI.
said.
wow.
I already said. Takashi is definitely he oversteps every line that has ever been drawn, and
This might have been one of the biggest ones though.
All right. As everyone know, the rapper King Von did pass away from he was murdered. You know, he got shot or not. And they in 6ix9ine in Chicago as a whole, they always been known to have issues. Like that's what it is. Chicago doesn't like 6ix9ine, but for obvious reasons, 6ix9ine is a big troll. He does what he does. I personally feel he went way too far. He puts on King Von shirt. He puts on the King Von shirt and he has like a troll comment on the under the post that says something like if your man killer is still alive, then y'all can't say RIP to your people. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And he posted 3 things. One picture was just him just posing with the King Von shirt on. Another one was he was laying on the ground and said pick up your man or something like that. And the last was just a video of him kind of trolling some more. Shit's over the damn top, in my opinion. I feel you went above and beyond. You went way too far. But honestly, when I understood his point at first, when he did say King Von and a lot of other Chicago rappers were disrespecting the dead as well, and y'all let that shit ride. When what's his name? I think FBG Duck or F whatever Duck. I might be correct, but anyway, Duck had passed away. Murdered, same shit. That's how, you know what I'm saying, if you're in Chicago, that's how you die.
Normalcy of life.
And
in the streets.
so after Duck passes away, Von and Dirk and all the other Chicago niggas from O Block, they start talking about how they smoking on that Duck pack and they smoking this person pack and etc. To the point that Duck mother had to really go on local Chicago news and like damn near beg people to stop disrespecting her dead son. He had to remind them that he was a person as well. He's a son, a brother, like etc. Like he's a family member who people care about, and y'all are highlighting this man's death and still disrespect him. With all that being said, that's Tekashi's point. He said no one said shit when Von and everyone else was disrespecting their dead ops.
Yeah, so Von was participating
Y'all
in the
got an
disrespect,
issue,
and
in
now
which
he
he was.
disrespecting, and y'all coming at him like, what the fuck?
Which he was. And Tekashi also did say if it was Flip, if it was me, if I was dead, niggas would be all on my head doing the same shit. So I'm gonna, as fuck y'all, I'm gonna do the same thing.
At this point, niggas definitely will now.
So it's like, I understand what he was saying, I understand what he means, but I guess it all boils down to morals. And at the end of the day, morals are just morals. What means something to you may not mean the same to me, and vice versa. Morally wrong, it's not against the law. It's just moral. My morals tells me
not.
Some morally wrong things are against the law, but in this case, it's not against the laws. But my morals, my personal morals, I couldn't do that. But that's my morals. But there's no rules in beef.
So the question, you answered the question without us asking it or me asking it. Where is the line? And in beef, there isn't a line. But what was, other than the general Chicago beef, what was Tekashi's beef with Von? Or was there one?
Well, I don't know if there was a direct one. I will only assume there was one, only because he beefed with a bunch of Chicago niggas.
Right.
Okay.
And how
So
Von is a Chicago staple.
So we just don't think that Tekashi doing this for troll reasons. Like there's
No, it's
a little bit of
definitely
troll. Absolutely.
Well, it's exclusively for troll reasons. There's other ammo fueling the
So
nonsense.
think about it. If I wanted to
Well, he
piss
also
off,
took shots at Cardi. That was for nonsense.
Okay.
think about it though. If I wanted to piss off MAGA right now, you know the worst thing that I could possibly do? Burn a fucking flag and post that shit on Instagram. I'm not doing that, but what I'm saying is that if you know how to get, especially if he's already got beef with them, let me find somebody that I can literally, who's dead, let me be as offensive as I could possibly be, so I can't stand him, and let me just draw up some more views.
It's even weaker because he ain't just out there solo dolo. He protected by a whole bunch of people.
Heavily protected. We've
He
seen it
acting like he in the street solo.
He shows up every show. He's in every show. He might as well come on, please. Come on.
I'm not.
We talk about you all the time because you a piece of shit.
I'm not in on the Chicago street lore and what's happening there. That's why I kind of threw it to Steve. I've even seen Steve and another homie of ours kind of talking in depth, and I just more or less, there's a lot of back and forth about who did
Well,
what.
I love
and,
Chicago music, so that's why.
Yeah, and I used to love Chicago music until it became what it currently is. But the point I was going to make is simply, I just was curious where Tekashi's actual fuel was coming from. Because if it was solely trolling, then it's baseless and it's just nonsense. It's internet. But if he actually had beef with them, then I kind of get it.
But he has. But at this point, doesn't he have beef with everybody? At this point,
It's kind of getting there. It's starting to get
Tekashi
there.
has beef not just with people, but states and
Yeah.
cities. Like
Right.
for God's sake, back to Chicago, he went to O Block. He
remember
jumped
that.
out 5 a.m. in the morning when he did his videos. And he tried to make it seem like he was out
He
there
was out there
earlier.
midday type
But
shit.
anyway, from that he beefed with Texas. He beefed
Nighttime. Sorry.
like he just has issues. But that's just what it was. And honestly, when he talks about why he does what he does, he had an interview with TMZ, I believe even today. It was like a 2-minute clip, and Harv. Or not Harv. What's the white dude name?
The main guy, I think that is his name.
All right, then to him. He was asking him, like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, what's your issue? Like, why are you doing this? And he
The same
pretty
question
much
I was asking.
he pretty much explained it. He was just like, it is what it is. They will be doing it. If it was me, if I was dead, it'd be fuck me.
Yeah, but they'll be doing it because
And they was
that's
asking.
so unlikable.
And he said he doesn't feel he's a snitch. He broke down. He said
I saw that clip.
He
I mean, I saw that,
He asked Harv, like, if you found out the person you work with, he said, all right, check me out. If your coworker, you found your coworker, closest coworker, was stealing from you, and doing all these next things, and then y'all got to go to court. Like, are you going to defend them? He also mentioned, he said, I was kidnapped by my friends. This was my team, people I was feeding. Like, Chicago didn't kidnap me. Texas didn't kidnap me. Cali, they didn't kidnap me. He was caught on cam fighting in Cali at the airport.
At the airport, yeah.
None of them niggas kidnapped him. None of them niggas shot him. But you know who did try to kill him? Literally which he considered. He said, my friends tried to kill me. So is there loyalty? Why be loyal to them? They weren't loyal to me. I'm not defending Tekashi for what he did, but when he talks, if I'm going to keep it
you're
buck,
just-
he makes it's like I hear what you're saying, but
I wouldn't do it.
So on to something else the troll
Is that what
did
you were
that
gonna
I
say?
was going to find
No,
quite
say.
interesting.
I wouldn't do it.
I just feel like for if you can't do the crime, don't do the time. I know I would never be in that position because I'm not built for that shit. So I'm not
So what's his beef with Lil Nas X?
Tekashi.
I feel like that might have been
I never
just a
even
troll.
heard of it.
You know, that was just
They got an issue?
So apparently, China, as we know, China is thinking about going to mandatory anal tests for COVID-19. It's out there. It was on Twitter.
Steve knows.
And was it academics or
Academics.
Thank you, academics. Thank you. I literally right now I'm wearing my glasses. I gotta keep them close. Anyhow,
Your new glasses don't work?
they're I'm not getting into this. I'll talk about this off air. But anyhow, academics posted something on there about this,
glasses
and
like
I fucking hate you so much. And 6ix9ine basically said, Lil Nas X has entered the chat, and that's what he left. And Lil Nas responded by saying, insinuating that that 6ix9ine be in his DMs. Basically put up a video of somebody, I guess, in a mask is what it appears to be, like, oh, is this you type thing.
I don't think there's much of a beef here.
Yes, but why attack? Like honestly, that's like
Wasn't it? I don't even understand. I don't see where was the.
It was an internet troll.
I would have to read it myself and see.
So
that.
imagine somebody saying some
Echo,
shit.
please.
Let's say somebody says some borderline. Which one? Let's say somebody says some borderline shit that sounds similar to something you would say or a topic you might agree with. And I was like, Steve Cash enters the chat. He's basically tossing his name up in a
I
combo
guess Lil
that he
Nas
wasn't.
X is probably the most well-known
Notable gay
rapper right
Most
now.
notable
so now
new
I'm
person.
understanding why he brought his name up.
Yeah,
I see.
the anal. Yeah, anyway, you got it.
Oh, so now I'm following. All right, I missed it. Now I get it. Now I get why he did what he did. Nah, that just sounds.
He's just a little behind.
That was
Another
just,
assist for Mike.
that
to
was funny.
Steve.
Nah, that's just funny.
Yeah.
That's comedy, yeah,
It came from 6ix9ine, so we look at it how we taking it. But nah, that was a great.
I feel like now Lil
that.
Nas X kind of fumbled a little bit because you in my DMs, and I'm kind of like
Yeah, that's like
could
a
have gone a little bit harder, homie.
that's like a joke being thrown at you. It was like, no, that's you.
That's
It's
like right, like Sticks and Stones, like
you
oh,
could've
oh
did
you
better.
fat, and you like your mom,
no,
like that's
yeah,
kind of like
do better. Do
Nah,
better.
I like that one. I like that one.
Do we have an issue? And you kind of just implied it here, and I'm literally a minute we can stay here. Do we have an issue with 6ix9ine?
We have this person.
Us, the poor up.
Yeah,
You?
Yes.
wholeheartedly. Do you have a problem with it?
Of course.
Okay.
He crossed the line, especially today. But in general, if the trolls were what he did to Lil Nas X, I wouldn't.
Troll people who deserve to be trolled, or troll people who don't have like that. Like,
You can keep trolls general.
Mom is involved. Sorry, now
Yeah.
this man's mom is involved, and she ain't done shit to you. She not a rapper. She not even in your blogosphere.
Remember,
Like, why
remember
you gotta
50,
even bring her into?
Remember 50's brand of trolling? It was when it was beef, it was beef.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I might be countering my own point, but when it was beef, it was beef. When it was industry, it was topical and industry fun type shit.
Right.
6ix9ine to me crossed a moral line that I can't get with, and he did a lot of shit that I wouldn't get with. Not that I'm the nigga that's in these streets, and he's right. His friends tried to kidnap him. He snitched on them, but he didn't have to tell every goddamn thing. He could have just said, "This is what happened." You know what I'm saying? Like testify to what. I'm not gonna get into the street rules. Snitching is what it is, and he definitely is on that list, and that's just what it is. So no 6ix9ine for me. But you know what sucks sometimes? And
What
this may not
sucks?
apply to you. This nigga be dropping snippets of his tracks, and you be like sitting there like wanting to hate the shit. And you be like, damn, this shit kind of hard. It's just me.
Like that
Six-
riff rap
6ix9ine
check you kept playing all the way.
6ix9ine is a
Who's
very
the
high. 6ix9ine is a very high energy artist.
Yeah.
And honestly,
From
he
the
make
crunk era.
he makes music that gets you there, regardless of all the lies in his raps.
Music
we're
is
used,
its own thing anyway.
we're used to rappers lying anyway. It's just
Niggas
it's
are
just a
still
fantasy.
selling drugs and they billionaires,
So
millionaires.
I guess so. But at the end of the day,
wasn't a
I can't
J-Diz.
really. If I see 6ix9ine ever, no, I don't need a picture with you.
Nah, I'm good.
It's just like I seen 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I don't need that stamp of approval with my arm around you or dapping up in a photo with 6ix9ine.
Nope.
All right, guys. So on to our main topic in the mix today. Mike, you want to actually give us a little bit of background? So our boy Kevin Samuels is back. Now he's not really back in the news, but he's doing his thing. And we came across a nice little video about about was it anti-feminism or feminism in general or ladies? And
That became the subject.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say this is our main topic per se, but it came up today in our group chat.
Yeah.
Our homie Dom he's getting into Kevin Samuels, so he's
Pause.
no pause. He's just getting into him. Nah, he getting into Kevin Samuels, so it's a lot of like, oh my god, I can't believe he did X, Y, Z. And for those, and if y'all don't remember, I guess I'll shoot credit to Steve for putting us on Kev. If he'd like to be called that or whatever, I don't know. I don't want to be in his target. He already called the dude fat fucker, and that dude kind of fit my demographics. But anyway, the gist of it was he called into the show. So it wasn't his show. He called in, and it was a conversation about dating. Is it fair for women? And the things that happen therein. Some women don't want to date no more because the game is all fucked up. I know tons of grown women, 30 plus, that are in that boat. I know some single dudes that are in that boat too. It is what it is. The dating game ain't fucking fair. You get in where you fit in. But the conversation kind of went here because she was kind of slinging around, and I'll use her quote. She's half a man, and she got a dick, and then she treat men as how men would treat women. He basically checked her on this. Women don't have any control in the game. The game ain't fair. And the gist of and I'll just boil it down to one quote. The game ain't fair. You have control over very little in this game. Women only have control over sex and when it happens, and their bodies, in terms of when they have babies. Men have control over dating and when marriage happens. And that's the quote. So in a feminism conversation, where do you stand on that whole thing?
I mean, we can have a. So I don't want to label it a feminist conversation because I feel like that's a conversation that's both feminine, masculine, pansexual, homosexual. It's all of the above. Dating is dating.
Dating is dating. You're absolutely right.
But if we're talking about actual identifying females and identifying men, straight up, no problem. I think that is it's about 99% spot on, and the 1% that I take away from that I have to kind of disagree with him on. Wrong. It's just that women can choose not to date. They can choose not to date. They can choose to go get in vitro. They can choose to get a vibrator. They can choose to get, you know what I'm saying? Lube it up, get a vibrator, and watch. What's that show
woman?
with Shamar Moore? You can get a woman. So at the end of what?
You were talking about SWAT?
I don't know. Shamar Moore, whatever show he's on. My wife watches it.
SWAT? I don't know why I know that.
Why do you know?
Because I watched it today.
Anyhow,
SWAT is a good show.
Mike got a thing for Shamar Moore. I knew he liked light-skinned dudes. Shut up, Steve. Anyhow, at the end of the day, yeah, that's true. But also, it's kind of like, why are, and I don't want to get too like, why are women this? But my thing is that why is it such a infinite goal that you have to obtain a man, and a man's got to be something? And I want to just share because it was something that she's at Jack My Vibes. She's actually a friend of the show's. somebody that Guru knows. Oh my God, I think her name is Jackie.
I like how you can't.
Give me.
unlock
I
your
can't even
phone.
open my phone right now.
Use your face.
Shut up.
They don't know your new glasses.
So she posted a meme right now. I'll show it to you. And basically the caption, her face is all fucked up, pissed off. It says, how you look when you have sex with a guy before he commits. And basically then you start chasing him, waiting for, because he's refusing to commit. And that just kind of makes me laugh because
She's saying you look like a clown.
you look like a clown. And my thing is, why are you a clown if you smash a dude who doesn't want to commit to you? You still smash.
It depends on how you come into that situation.
Okay.
Because, and I'm not going to speak on behalf of anybody here or assume to, but I have friends.
Big up, Jack, my vibes.
Yeah, shout out to her. I have friends, female friends, and, I got friends. If you come into that situation owning it, like, I just want to fuck for fuck's sake, then get your rocks off. What up?
So she actually responded. I forgot to read this. She says, because I said to her, I said, hold on now, how are you supposed to know how are we supposed to know you want a commitment when we're just trying to smash? Like at the end of the day, why is that up for us to kind of like figure that out? And she's basically, you're supposed to get to know somebody and all of the things
Supposed
that go along
to.
with that.
I'm no
Go ahead.
I'm no Kevin Samuels by any means. And this has nothing to do with him. We only brought it up because the quote fits.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, that reply, and I'm only going to reply to her in this. How is, if when she say suppose, that's the part that I have an issue with. If we're supposed to do certain things before something happens, then it should have happened before we fucked.
Right. She basically says, keep the coochie zipped up.
Yeah. That should be the motto there. If you have parameters set, here's what I want before you get in my drawers. Make me meet those standards, and if you're worth it, I'll meet the fucking standards. And if you give it up before then I have no reason to continue on this journey.
Before Steve Cash gives his word, I'm gonna say you can do that, but let's be real, you're gonna have a lot of lonely nights with your vibrator and Shamar Moore on SWAT. I'm sorry. That's just
I don't like I said, I don't want to speak on behalf of all women because there are women who own it the other way, because I would say the same thing to dudes. If you don't want to be a simp out here and give it, whatever I swear I'm not speaking on behalf of myself. If you don't want to
stop pulling your punches.
I'm not pulling my punches, but if you don't want to fall victim to a woman who owns her shit, then you must have requirement. Basically, of any scenario, business, relationships, friendship, whatever. If you have a standard, people must meet the standard to be around you and to interact with you. If you let them do that before they meet the standard, there's no reason to meet the standard. If loyalty is a minimum of my friendship with y'all two, but I don't require y'all to be loyal, well, why the fuck would you be loyal? Because the thing you could bet is that people are going to do the bare minimum to get the most. And when you give up the vagina before you make me commit, well, guess what? Good luck.
Well, honestly, all decent points. I fuck with them all. I fuck with them all. As far as women expecting a man to commit, or because that's what she wants. Yeah. As far as her expecting a man to commit before anything else happens, a lot goes into committing, a whole lot. Because if I commit and I decide, okay, I want a girlfriend, and or ultimately a wife, I have to be mentally ready that I'm going to deal with this one woman for that time being, or ultimately the rest of my life. I guess it boils back down to what the 90-day rule that right. Steve Harvey tried to help women have.
What's the 90-day rule?
Don't have sex with him, like date a man for 90 days without giving him sex.
What?
You don't remember this?
So Steve Harvey was encouraging women to not have sex with men.
He wrote a book, and the book was made into 2 movies.
That's the Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, or Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I own it here. It's actually here. I've never actually read it. I've seen the movie. My wife did.
Grill was going to cut it. Go ahead. What's up?
Cutting Grill.
Since you brought up Steve Harvey, let me just say this real quick. Steve Harvey tried to pressure a dude in his audience to marry the chick that he came to the show with, and he was telling him, you should know when you want to marry a woman or not. I don't take advice from Steve Harvey when it comes to relationships. He has moments where he be simping. I love Steve.
He got a couple divorces, don't
he? He's got like 3 divorces.
Yeah, but he when it comes to relationships, even with the books he done wrote, I would never take relationship advice from Steve Harvey.
So, go ahead, Steve. Oh,
but you weren't a woman.
Yeah, but see, no, I don't. But what? See, sorry. So there's 2
His
parts.
books weren't male advice for how to get into marriage. It was to women.
But I get that. But I'm trying
and I don't
to
subscribe to it. I'm just counterpointing with
I'm
this.
trying to understand both points from Jet My Vibes. Again, love you. This is not against you. I'm just trying to understand your perspective.
And Lori Harvey's still on my wish list.
Bang.
Oh,
You
wow.
want to be Mike B so bad,
Yes, you do.
I do.
but you're not.
He is tall.
That wasn't where I was going.
Oh, with him with Lori Harvey? Is that basically what you're saying?
No.
I don't know what you're doing.
My attack on Steve?
Yeah.
There's many. I don't have time. Go ahead.
Well, no, I just, again, though, so from the Kevin, so going back to Kevin Samuels, basically the woman said that dating is not fair. Why are you laughing?
First of all, your name's not Michael. Can I keep going?
Oh, my God.
I see you with the mustache. You trying.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Hand clap for that.
They digress. Let
You
me pull
kind
up
of
between all the
Michael
way.
B with the. When we was younger, you did try to do the Killmonger braids. I remember that. That didn't work out either.
They didn't stick up. They
Should I
just
keep
kinda-
going? Can I keep?
Why you dissing me, man?
First of all, if anybody
I
listens to this show,
never said nothing bad about you a day in my life. I've only bigged you up. I've only
said
uplifted
a
him.
thing bad about him.
Never
It's
in my
never
day
been
in my
one
life.
thing. It's always
Literally
one thing,
this
and then
show
another thing,
today.
and then another thing, and
Only,
then another thing.
only bigged
oh, it's
you
been a
up.
Continuous thing. It's never been
It
one
still,
thing.
it still hasn't ended.
I've done nothing but big up both
Oh,
of you.
don't you
gentlemen.
even.
I digress
Don't
from.
you even.
I
Are we
digress.
still your sons? Are we still these Cassius angels?
Listen, I call y'all my sons because y'all shine like one.
Hey, real talk. You try to
That's
kill.
why I call you son, Claude, because you shine like one. You shine
First of all,
like a son.
that's a hard bar. You should like it. That ain't his though.
That's why.
That ain't his.
Who knows?
Did you try to do the little beady things that? Never mind.
I
Anyhow,
call you son because you shine like
going back
one,
to what
right?
I was about to say before I was
Damn.
rudely interrupted.
Most deaf?
Claude just,
Basically-
I said no. Sean,
Oh, it wasn't us.
Claude just cracked open a Steve Austin beer.
Yeah, he did. Anyway, go ahead.
what I was just saying is that she's talking about how dating is not
He's
fair,
getting
right?
drunk now. I can feel it.
I am getting a little drunk. Dating is not fair, and I don't like I don't like throwing fair in dating. Because like he said, like Kevin said, men have their part of it and women have their part of it too. Obviously, the power dynamic is not the same for men and women. It never has been in this country, and it probably never will be. There's too many things that'll...
After 4 years, it will be.
After 4 years?
Yeah.
What's
What's happening in 4 years? Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening in 4 years.
Joker-esque
I know.
response.
Salute to President Harris. But go ahead.
I got what you're saying.
Oh,
Okay, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Well, the vagina dynamics will be the
Socioeconomically, it's
same.
hard for women right now because things have not been equal. It's hard for black people. It's hard for gays. It's hard for everybody that's not white and male. We get it. I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is that women have the ability to open and close the vagina. It's yours.
Well, that's the entry point. It's like the job
It
interview.
literally is the entry point.
It's the job interview.
I
I didn't want to do that.
No, I am
I see
doing
what
it.
you did.
It is
I didn't-
literally the entry point. And this is not me. This is not me dissing any female or anything like that. But I resent the fact that they say that dating is not fair because go get what you want. And if what you want ain't there, don't settle for it. Keep going for it and go for it. But don't bash men because there's just as many women that are literally the polar opposite of the women trying to get in it.
Okay. I was with you.
Unpack it.
I think
But
there's a question in the value system, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
I actually kind of disagree. I do actually believe the dating field is unfair. And it actually is unfair disproportionate for the woman's sake.
It's more fair for them than it is for us.
No.
No, it's more fair for the man
Yeah.
than it is for the woman.
That's what Kevin Samuels was saying too.
Okay.
Like, because I think women have it a lot harder dating than men do. Women want certain things, and I understand at the end of the day, if we're going to keep it a buck, they may not get that certain thing. Whereas men, on the other hand, we always get, or usually we get what the fuck we want out of it. I think it's harder. I think it's harder as a woman dating than it is for men.
But don't you think that men are more willing to compromise than women are? And so, thus, the thing that we want, we can get easier because we're willing to compromise for it.
Wait, let me think for a second. I'm trying to give an intelligent and real life thought of how I really feel.
The answer is yes.
Do men compromise more?
Yes.
I can say yes, but I think women settle more.
But are we talking about sex or are we talking about dating?
I think we're talking about
Both.
everything they're in.
Everything.
Everything.
Women settle more. Women will come to a realization that she's not going to find her Prince Charming, the man she really needs. So that a lot of women settle for knowing, or at
'cause now
least
we're talking about expectations.
or at least thinking. Oh,
That's the difference. That's what I said a second ago. It's about what you value. Because a man, quote unquote, settling, because settling is settling. If you shoot under what you want, then you got less.
Most men, we don't necessarily know what we want, though.
do you think getting married is considered? All right, when you get married, you say there's nothing else better. I am done. I can't find nothing past this.
No.
This.
That's not what marriage
I'm not
is.
married, but I don't think
I am married, and I'll tell you that's not what
So
it
you
is.
think? So you All right, damn. I don't want to. That's
Go
that's
ahead.
a wild question. No,
No, put it out there.
I think I know you're
nah.
going.
Like, do you feel you can always do better than where you're at when you get in a relationship? Do you feel like I'm in a relationship with you, but yeah, I could definitely do better than you, but I'm stopping right here at you. But if you're going to stop here at you,
This-
then that's you kind of settling. Because why not go past what you?
This goes into exactly what I just said. It's about what you value. Value. If we think about the market, what something costs. Take gas. The price of gas goes up and fucking down, right? When it's a woman thinking about what she values, that commodity is set. It's a set price. Gas can't be more than
$1. We'll just
$1.
make it easiest for math's sake.
gas can't be more than $1, or I don't want it. For men, it's a moving target. It's what is valuable to you, because what's valuable to Steve ain't valuable to Claude, ain't valuable to Mike. We change what we think is valuable to fit what we can get.
I mean, that makes sense. I pass up plenty of Circle K's to go to a Shells.
Exactly. But also, you might even say, well, shit, if my money don't spend here, it'll spend at a Speedway. It'll spend over here. Men can tweak that value system to fit them. If you a 5 as a man, that's why being ugly as a man don't matter. And the
No,
fact,
you
And,
gotta-
and that's maybe where
as
the
a
fairness
man,
doesn't.
you have-
the non-fairness comes in.
Especially as a man, you have to have a however.
Yeah.
however, what?
Whatever that however it is for you.
Oh, yeah.
Example.
We would all love to date Rihanna, but
example.
however, I can only get whoever the fuck.
Example.
That's a
What
longer
big
conversation.
what Big say? Damn, I can't think of Big Boy. We say
You can't cue up the big quote.
I
not knowing.
can, but for one,
It's
a lot of
Steve.
alcohol has
It's
been
Steve.
happening
Oh,
here.
it ain't that much.
He
Well,
did
then
this.
fine. I'm going to help it. Then you should easily help me since it's not
Because
that
if you
much.
don't know, now I should know.
Ooh,
Way to
Yeah,
go.
you
it would have been
said
good
I
if you
should.
said the actual.
I know. I didn't want to say it. 'Cause,
All right. Well, what big? Wait. Dark black as ever.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Stay cool.
Dark
Yeah,
and
yeah,
ugly
yeah.
as ever.
There we go,
However,
there we go,
I stay
there we
cool
go.
G down. I don't know.
All
I'm
right,
mad that I
whatever
do
it
that.
is. All right,
and I feel hit.
Black and ugly as ever.
I feel
however, his Biggs, however, is he stays Gucci down to the socks, rings and things for rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's Biggs. That's his. However, so therefore,
That, however, went for the rest of the verse.
therefore,
General-
wait 1 second.
There's a
Therefore,
lot of shit he named after.
therefore,
however.
his however is how he can still get women. Because I have a however.
Clothes and
I-
expensive
I
cars.
don't need to
Condo
be.
paid for. No
Sure,
car
however, it could also
payment.
be gang too. It's not necessarily clothes and expensive cars.
If that's his however, that's what I'm saying. You need a
Everyone has however.
however.
Yeah.
So you can fall off. You could be as a dude. You could be unattractive as you want to, as long as you haven't. However,
However.
look, I could be ugly as shit, but however,
However.
I'm rich as shit.
I'm
Yep.
going to.
So
I'm gonna
Facts.
end.
No, you like
I'm gonna
you.
end my final.
Are you
thought.
capturing?
What?
Wait, why you final thought? Oh, we do got to get out of
Yeah,
here.
we
man.
get here. But I'm not cutting you
Wait,
off.
check your phone.
But I'm just saying, for me personally, yeah, men can have an however. Men have an however. You're absolutely right. 100% we have a however. We can be fat, ugly, stupid, broke, whatever. But if you have your however, that gets you in between
That's terrible.
sheets. It is what it is.
That's
but
terrible.
There are plenty of women need to understand too that they also have a however. Because there's a guy out there that will give you everything that you're looking for. You may just have to compromise on the
Every
fact that he
human-
don't look like Tyson Bedford.
Every
But
human
the
being.
thing that you just said, it matters because their value system caters to what they set as a standard. Because settling for a woman is the end. It's Jesus Christ, you settle. And for men, it's whatever the fuck we want it to be.
Right.
Whoever I'm with right now could be a settle. Y'all don't fucking know. She could be the most valuable thing on the planet or a settle. You don't know what my value system is. I fuck with 10s, I fuck with 5s, I fuck with tall, I fuck with short. My value system is a moving target, and women's is usually a set target. I want a man who can care for me, et cetera, et cetera. So you mean if I work at McDonald's, I make $10 an hour, I can't care for you? I possibly could, but also am I ugly? It's a set thing is all I'm saying.
Women, you need to get a different sight on your gun if you're going to get a better target.
I say this, and I hate to, I don't want to quote him because I just happen to, this ain't what the convo's about. But when it comes to this shit, it's not fair. Society says women have to look a certain way. As someone texts me who shall be unnamed, women also have a shelf life. Their value depreciates as time goes forward.
I disagree with that, but we can have a different conversation.
You
about
can
that.
disagree all you want, but a woman if her value is what was the quote earlier? A woman's value is in sex and the ability to have a baby or the choice to have a baby.
I'm a firm believer that there is a value system for everyone to everyone. So a woman may have a different value system. So her ability to get a younger guy that looks a certain way, yeah, that might expire. But now you switch it over. Let's find a guy who likes older women, who likes women of a certain hairstyle, things of that nature. So that value system, it's just like.
Well, also
you're familiar with what a currency exchange is?
They will also have to be attracted to.
changes.
They will have to be attracted to that guy.
Well,
it ain't even just an attraction
'Cause
thing.
it's-
That guy
it's
would have
harder
to
than
be
just that.
everything that she wanted, financially stable, able to support her, et cetera, et cetera. Not that all women have these values that I'm stating. I'm just simply stating that the majority of women, which I am generalizing, which is a dangerous thing to do, but people have to understand the law of averages. On average, if you got 100 dudes, you probably got 100 different targets. If you got 100 women, you probably got 40, 50, 60 different, 50, 60 of them will all date similar type dudes. I want the CEO. I want the guy who has his own business. I want the guy who has a house. I want the guy that's stable. And I don't want to name certain things, and I'm not, please don't come at me, or do come at me, about the specific things that I'm naming, because this is a general topic. But I'm not naming the things. I'm just giving examples of what things are. Generally speaking, like how women say they won't date a dude under, let's say, 6 foot. Okay, what if the 6 foot dude is a billionaire? Does it change? Maybe.
Of course, it
Does
changes.
Yeah, because
That's his. However,
right.
But as a guy, my hierarchy could be hit or miss on whoever I'm talking to.
you just gotta have your what. However,
Yeah, I might accept this and not that. Like for me, you got to be able to have a conversation and understand nerd conversation just a little bit. You got to be able to hold a fucking conversation with me. And if you can't, then you're not for me. That's not a high standard. That's like a generality. Most broads who went to
So
college.
you'll take trash sex over good.
Oh,
She
that's
can
a
talk
different
about.
conversation.
She can talk about nerd shit.
That's a good question.
She can break down how they put together RD
let's
D2
pose that to the
23
people,
from
Mike.
Star Treks.
I would love to pose that to the
Not
people.
Star Treks from Star Wars. What's his name? RD223. What's his name? RD338.
He's baiting me, and I can't. I'm not gonna do it. I want to get the shot off for you.
He did switch it from Star Trek to Wars. He at least knew that. Star Wars, R2D2. It ain't just about nerd talk in comic fashion. It's the ability to have a conversation. It's the ability to understand if I talk about anything historically or scientifically or anything. College fucking level conversation. Have a college level conversation. If you can't do that, I can't jive with you because I talk a lot.
What if the sex is trash? You drive with them still?
If I have
because
an
you
either
talk?
or, that's a tough situation, but you could always cheat.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, guys, I want to go ahead and let you guys shoot my shot real
You
quick.
can't teach a bitch new words.
Thank you for that fantastic conversation. I don't want to get Mike in
Don't
trouble.
overtalk. You can't college educate abroad, but you could definitely find better sex.
All right, guys. So
I happen to have
today
both.
on Shoot My Shot,
I happen to have both.
I made a special shot for you guys. It is in honor of coming to America. It's got a little bit of vodka in it, which is a little bit of crazy American style, a little bit of amaretto, a little nutty, a little hazelnutty, black skin, and some. What was the other thing I put in this?
Black skin.
I forgot. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This shot, I kind of winged it, so I have
No,
no
what the
idea how
fuck
it
is
tastes.
black? No.
Bro.
What the fuck is black skin?
Black skin.
What?
What is that?
It represents black skin, hazelnutty.
Oh.
Nah, you sound like that was part of the
Yeah,
mix.
he tried to put his essence in there, and I don't want it.
You think my essence is dark brown? You think that this is what my cum looks like?
I wasn't thinking that before.
Yeah, what? Cum. You
The
said
fuck
What's my essence?
You
think I put my
said
skin
black
in here?
skin. You said skin. Why are you talking about your cum?
Let's start this over. Hey guys, this got a little bit of amaretto in it, vodka, and I forgot. Oh, and pineapple juice is what it is. Pineapple juice.
Stop moving the glasses around like they seashells.
Oh, what the hell, bro?
Ain't nobody guessing games.
Is there poison in one of them?
We not finna pick find the P.
Why we let him?
Find the P.
Do y'all want to take the shot or not?
Not the pee, but the pee, like piss.
Take one.
I want to take the one that Claude placed in front of him for himself.
All right,
the
guys.
trick,
all right.
though.
All right, guys. Once again, this is a little bit. This is a 1 part amaretto, 1 part vodka, and 1 part pineapple juice. I'm gonna call it a welcome black to America. Welcome black to America.
I seen what you did there.
I didn't really connect the vodkas with it this week because I kind of phoned it in. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So, welcome black to America.
Yeah, Mike, I need to see your new glasses. Mike, you got new glasses. I want to see
did.
your new
I
glasses.
got
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
I
Really
got you.
interested in
I
them.
got
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hate y'all so much.
That wasn't a bad shot.
Different, right?
Very sweet.
He fucked up and got his own cum.
Yeah. Nigga down there gagged.
All right, gentlemen. So definitely, that's a welcome black to America. Again, that's 1 part amaretto, 1 part vodka, and 1 part pineapple juice. It is a nice. It should have been chilled a little bit better than that, but it'll be good. Check it out. Guys, it's time for last call.
Let's
So, you wanna go first, Steve? No? All right, again. Mike?
for alcohol.
All right. So,
New glass guy.
yes, I did get new glasses.
And
it looks
double
good.
G.
So I want to just say thank you to everybody that checked out our last episode with Push Supreme. I think it's actually probably up to maybe 4,000 or 5,000 views right now. Appreciate y'all 100% for checking us out. Anybody that likes, comments, 100%, because we have people commenting that I swear we don't know them. They're not our friends. They're not people that we're hiring to do this. Thank
You
you
literally
for the shout
just
out.
paid me $83 to comment.
To
dog.
comment. Is that your going rate to actually appear on the show? $83? I didn't know that, Mike.
She had the discount code.
When we get in my money, when we get into what I'm paid for, I look stop pocket watching. I would never tell as much as I would never
Never
talk
get my
about what I
phone
get
call.
paid
Yeah.
to be on this fucking to be on
But
this.
you didn't want to
fucking
go
show.
first.
I'm not going first. You went first.
It's yours.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
I can't
for
let you
following
feature
us,
me.
liking us, subscribing. We do appreciate all the love that y'all have given us and the hate. And what was his name? Van Slam, whatever your name is. Still fuck you. Comment again, please. Thank you once again, guys. Go ahead.
Oh, from the MAGA episode.
The MAGA episode,
He
yeah.
done- Claude done
Van
featured me.
Slam.
Claude featured me on his
He
outro.
owe you
when
money.
He mad.
He owe you money.
Steve, final call. Or last call.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, Mike.
My last call will be. I didn't really have a last call.
It's one of those episodes, huh?
It is. The drinks was good. Thank you for having me.
Okay. That was it. The drinks were good. Thank you for having you. Oh, my God. Okay.
No. I didn't get to finish what the conversation was and that, and it's a very nuanced conversation. If you come for me, come for me. But yeah, if at this point, if you're still dating, I'm not dating. I'm curious how the game is out there. I know it's not fair. Tell me how it's unfair to you.
See?
And you incel, shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Final thought. I enjoyed the podcast.
You sound like mine.
There's some. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. These liquor was definitely hitting on point. It hit a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Translated.
It
Thank you for having me.
definitely felt like.
Is it definitely good?
No, I'm somebody hitting a little bit different. It felt a little bit like Peterson, like Adrian Peterson, a little bit.
What?
Or Solange in the elevator.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all be safe. We here next week.
All right.
We pod now. We pod later.
We will
pod
literally
later.
be here every week, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely
Not
check us
that
out.
week, we in Denver.
Not that week. We in Denver. Actually, Thursday we'll put out an episode. It might not come out.
Y'all
till
check out that
Thursday.
big doc. I got a story to tell.
All right. So yo. I'm knocking at the door. I am CP34.
Yo. I am. Wait.
Really?
Did I fuck something up?
I am White Lake Salt Pepper Beard, the legend of the Hillsborough Slim. They also call me Black Licorice and Black and Mild.
Yo. I got new glasses. I still can't see.
Hater.
Y'all holla at me in my Hercules.
I'm the vampire.
Steve Cash.
His voice ain't that deep.
Steve Cash.
Cash money bags.
Steve Cash
Steve
money
Cash money
bags. Definitely Goliath, the young
They
Leonidas,
talk about me around the campfire.
and y'all be safe.
All right, y'all. Support podcast.
Support, man. We
We
got
out.
Drinks and things of that nature.
We pound greater.